Hi, I'm Frank Rohwer, President and Chief Scientist for Delta Waterfowl. Some of you may have heard from Delta press release or other news that the Fish and Wildlife Service and the Canadian Wildlife Service and their partners have canceled the spring duck survey. Now this is where we fly over down transect lines that are hundreds of miles long over vast areas and count ducks. This is our best estimate for duck populations. And these data are used every year to set hunting regulations. And so we've had some folks calling in or sending emails with concern about what's going to happen to the hunting regulations. And the short answer is virtually nothing. We've already shifted the way we do hunting regulations, so we used last year's data. So to set this fall's hunting season, the Fish and Wildlife Service uses all the data from prior years and 2019 and has already established what will be the frameworks. So we'll have pretty much the same season we had last year this coming fall. The bigger question is, what will we do next year, a year and a half from now? And almost undoubtedly, what the Fish and Wildlife Service will do is use all that prior data we've been collecting for 65 years to set the hunting regulations. So I don't expect to see any significant changes. We have some beleaguered ducks, pintails are relatively low, scaup are low, and those will remain at very restrictive regulations. Atlantic flyway geese, the AP goose population, has had a bunch of bad years in a row on the Arctic breeding grounds, and so their harvest regulations will remain very conservative, one goose for a shorter time period than normal. But largely, duck seasons will go on, and there are only a couple of species that are perhaps might see some changes. The one that comes to mind are Canvasbacks. We've had 2 years in a row where their prime breeding ground, this year it's fairly dry in Saskatchewan, last year it was very dry, and so maybe the service would restrict Canvasbacks from 2 birds per day down to 1. So things are good. If you have further questions, by all means call us or send us an email.